Let's talk about it. Come on and shout it. I talk, you talk, we talk. Women talk life. It ain't no surprise. Baby, you could see if you would open up your eyes. You won't understand if you can't open up your mind. So let's stop wasting time when women talk live.
And welcome to another episode of Women's Talk Live Overnight. I'm your girl, April J.
I'm your girl, SassyScribe.
And KL, we'll see if she joins us.
Right. She's
But
a
in the
busy
meantime,
lady, so we give her grace. She's
yeah, I mean,
extremely
she,
busy.
as you can see, she's here with us in spirit. We have her picture up just in case.
Yes, just in case. Just in
But
case.
today we are going to be talking about Black women and digital media.
hmm
For the most part, I think Black women are when it comes to media and social media, we are huge influencers. Huge. I think we really influence culture and way of thinking and movements. Um, so I think there is also I think we're portrayed negatively in media.
Yes.
I think
hmm
it's mostly because of that.
hmm
Um,
The stereotypes, the tropes,
Stereotypes, exactly.
um, and it's also colorism
Right.
because women of your complexion get a little bit more grace than women of my complexion.
Hmm.
I know that being a dark skinned woman, walking into certain spaces, my skin tone is automatically intimidating. I don't even have to say anything.
Right.
So just watching this play out in the digital space, and when you said Black women, I think the Black community as a whole are the leading influencers across all cultures for fashion, music,
Hmm.
beauty, language,
Right.
dance. I mean, every form of culture that can be touched, we create it, and people extrapolate from that what they want,
Yeah,
you know.
that's true.
And I
That's
think
true.
the perfect example would be the term woke. Woke doesn't mean what you people think it means.
Mm-mm. No,
It's
no,
not a dirty word. You're
it's
treating
not.
woke, and it's a four-letter word, but you're treating it like the other four-letter word that starts with an F and ends with a K, and that's not
Yeah,
what woke is. Woke is defined as African Americans being aware and
yeah,
awake to
right.
the atrocities that have happened to us from 400 years ago to now.
Yeah.
That's what
But
woke means. So
now I will
y'all
say
bastardized it.
exactly. I think white women took it and
Yes.
ran with it for
hmm
something else. And then
hmm
next thing you know, you have the left wing or right wing or whatever, whoever,
hmm
came in and made it seem as a bad thing or
Right.
something that's negative, and
hmm
it isn't. I mean, for so long, we were told things or even taught things that
That
just
were
simply
lies.
were not true.
hmm
And the
hmm
fact that I think with social media can be a positive thing, it can also be a negative thing. But I think with social media, people are starting to really learn the truth about a lot of things. A lot of things have been uncovered, a lot of things have been brought to light because of social
hmm
media. So people, they go on there for basically their news, which isn't always great, but sometimes, social media uncovers a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, but I think it's up to us to do the research and up to us to understand that everything on there may not be true. Um, and then there are some instances where, it kind of brings light to things. So,
Right. Right.
yeah.
And I think when with us having social media at our, I mean, Google is your friend. Everybody has this.
Hmm.
Everybody has this. Whether it's Google, Bing, or Safari, or whatever it is you use, the information is at your fingertips. The
Right.
problem is with social media and these search engines is that it will confirm or deny whatever your belief is.
Right.
So if you believe something, and you type that in the search engine, it's going to give you your validation. If you don't believe it, it's going to give you that validation. So you have to be able to discern and extrapolate what the actual truth is. And let me tell you something. The more people get into AI, the harder it's going to get
That's true.
to discern that truth.
That's
It's
true.
going to get really, I mean, even AI is negative towards Black people. If you ask AI to show you Black people, they bring up monkeys, silverbacks.
That I have not done. But
I've seen
see
people
that.
do it on like different videos and whatnot. But yeah, even if you ask them to define what beauty is in America, it's not Black. It's not us, and yet y'all are getting lip fillers,
Getting tanned.
getting spray tanned,
Hmm.
getting BBLs,
Yes. Yeah.
things that we're born with naturally,
Naturally.
things that and to even understand that with the negative stereotypes that come with that, how long it took some of us to actually love the features that we were born with,
Exactly. Yeah.
you
True.
know?
True. All right. So I have a couple of little known
Okay.
facts.
Okay.
The first one is Black women are among the highest user of digital media platforms. Research shows that Black women use digital platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and so on, more frequently than any other demographic um, out there. So we tend to utilize or be on these platforms more.
Hmm.
Um, Not sure of if that is just mainly for, because a lot of people are influencers, so it's more exposure, it's
Hmm.
more of putting things out there,
Awareness.
awareness. Yeah. The second one is Black women mobile technology ownership outpaces other groups. According to a Nielsen research, 80% of Black women show own smartphones, which is approximately 8% higher than non-Hispanic white women.
I can believe that because I got two smartphones right here. Like, I can believe that I have. And then, even though, one is for work, but I have two. I have an iPhone and an Android. I'm an
Yeah,
Android person, but I have two smartphones. I
right.
know women with two smartphones, three tablets, two laptops, and like just a full desktop setup.
Yeah,
And that's
yeah.
that's I'm talking to Miss April J right there. So
Yeah, I have them all. Trust me. I used to
yes.
have two cell phones, but I don't anymore. I just have one. But
Hmm.
I probably own like
Yeah.
4 iPads,
I
about
thought it
two
was five.
MacBooks, a big iMac, and a whole bunch of other stuff. But
Hmm.
I'm in media, so I just tend to own a lot of stuff. But I'm not, as a media person, really, I'm not on social media that much. And if
No,
I'm
you're not.
on there, I'm usually on there for like 5 minutes and then I'm off. Like for the most part, I use it to post things for media, like, just clips and stuff like that. But to just constantly be on there scrolling like people are, I'm just not on there like that, because people will say, "Well, it was on Facebook." I was just like, "Okay, I'm not on there that much to see it, so I don't know."
I am. My sister in the middle of the night in the family group chat or the sister chat will send YouTube clips. Like I might wake up to like 10 missed messages because, but once you get into it, and or if I wake up in the middle of the night and I can't sleep and I look at the text, I'm doom scrolling. YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, Quora. I'm on every
Wow.
Discord. I'm on every platform. And the reason why I really wanted to talk about this, when we get into it, I'll explain it to you. But we got one more fact that you have to
Yeah,
go through, and
one more
I
fact.
want to talk about why this was important to me.
Okay. Black women's digital activism was coined has coined influential concepts and driven social change.
Hmm.
There's a term called misorganor, and it was
Misogynoir.
misogynoir, and it was
Hmm.
coined by scholar Moya Bailey, and she originated an online feminist and black feminist digital spaces and described the unique discrimination of black women that black women faced at the intersection of racism and sexism online.
Hmm. Hmm. And misogynoir basically are misogynistic black men. That's the noir is black. So that's what that comes from. You can look at another platform, the Black Lives Matter platform, was created by black LGBTQ females, women.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to misrepresent. So I'm just going to say LGBTQ. Don't please don't come for us. But that this whole concept came into play because I'm gonna tell everybody I'm hashtag Nicolandria Nation. And if you don't know who Nicolandria is, you've been living under a rock. So, Love Island season 7, there's this young black woman, poised, beautiful, very well spoken, educated, carried herself really well. And there's another young black lady that's on the show. She's just as poised and everything else. And I witnessed social media label these two dark-skinned women, because if there's one thing Love Island can
Mm-hmm.
do is find the baddest dark-skinned women to come on the show.
Okay.
But they just hold space for people until something else comes in, because I witnessed black men not wanting these women, and white men, Hispanic men, even the Asian men. I witnessed them time and time again, because I've been watching the series from the beginning. Watch these black women not be chosen for whatever stereotypical trope that there may be. If they hold people accountable, they're mean. And that's what we witnessed in this most recent series. And it really made me mad at the fact that the minute that they held this young white girl accountable, social media immediately went online and said, these are the meanest girls ever. Right. And it wasn't the fact they didn't cuss at her, they didn't raise their voice, because I think that the younger generation, unlike
Right.
these real housewives are grown women and they don't care how they're perceived.
Right.
Right. But these young girls understand that we're going to be the face for black women all over the world. We can't yell, we can't scream, we definitely can't have sex. Now, the show does involve a lot of kissing, but you don't see a lot of us going on there on camera having sex.
Mm-hmm.
The other two, day one, day two,
Yeah,
day three,
on camera.
it's a house that you're in. And it's cameras everywhere except for really in the bathroom when you're using the toilet.
Mm-hmm.
There are no cameras in there when you're using the toilet. But
Okay.
they have it where you can take a shower, you can see the person in the shower. So you see their feet, you see their head. Everything else, the glass is frosted. But you see everything. They're in a room. It's almost like a dorm
Okay.
with these queen size beds. And I think it's like 5 or 6 queen size beds, maybe 10 in one room.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody couples are in it. The goal of the show is whether or not you came on the show to find love or money. Period. The goal is to make it to the end, to win the $100,000. But for black women that come on that show, and I'm not an advocate for black women going on
Mm-hmm.
any dating show,
Okay.
because of those stereotypes. They looking at their hair, they're looking at their makeup, they're looking at how they talk, they're looking at how they dress, and it's one negative thing after another. So you have to have a strong sense of who you are. I believe that, to
Mm-hmm.
go on these shows. Again, when I look at the Real Housewives and the way they're fighting each other and cussing each other out, at the end of the day, people, they're co-workers.
Right.
They're
Okay.
not really friends. They're co-workers. But we know the generations after us are a little bit more sensitive. Like, unfollow them and you have lost. They,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
you can unfollow me because Sassy loses people on a regular
Oh,
basis.
I could care less.
I
I
I
could
don't
care
care.
less.
I don't
Yeah.
care. I know who I am.
Right.
But the burden that these young black women, because they give all other races of women a lot more grace than they give us. So when they feed into that negative, the stereotype of they were mean girls, or they didn't let me speak, or they talked over me, I realized, and looking at how graceful these young ladies were, that the I call it the peanut gallery. When we're on the outside looking at this stuff, we're the peanut gallery. The
Hmm.
peanut gallery immediately went to the stereotypes. They immediately went to the stereotypes. And then I thought it started thinking, black women in digital media, to me, the only reason to go on these shows is to become popular and to
Yeah.
get the brand deals.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
To get the
Cause I
brand deals. And
right.
some are more popular than others, you
Right.
know?
Yeah. Cause I mean, I mean, everyone. I do watch the Housewives,
Uh-huh.
and I watched the one for Atlanta. Really didn't care for the new people that they had on there.
They were
Obviously,
hyper aware of the camera.
yeah, yeah. I mean, not only that, it was just so much of, oh, I have this, and it was
Bragging.
too much. It was just too much. Some of them were just way too much,
The
and
name
it
dropping,
wasn't like the
labels.
previous characters or the previous folks that were on there that genuinely was shady and genuinely, I mean, to me was hilarious in my opinion. But I mean, they had Phaedra on there, which I was glad they brought Phaedra back because I actually like Phaedra. She's funny to me. To me, she's that southern type of just
Free.
smile in your face and will talk about you and really like, and yeah. I do like Portia that's on there.
Mhm.
And then Cynthia was on there. I did like Cynthia.
I've always liked Cynthia because
Right.
Cynthia's not messy.
No, she's not. And she wasn't
She's
on
not
this
messy.
yeah, she wasn't on this show. But
Hmm.
the new ones that they had, like they had Portia's best friend on there, I think she should have still been left an extra, in my opinion.
Hmm.
But the other ones they had is, I guess, one lady who owns some waffle place in Atlanta. I have no clue. And then the other one, who husband's still living in the basement. I never liked her. I really did. I never
See,
liked her.
I,
I
I
thought she
stopped
was,
watching.
yeah,
I stopped watching Atlanta like a long time ago because to me, the only one that's on there was Candy, was the only legitimate business person because Candy is about her money.
hmm,
And she was the only legitimate business person for me that
yeah,
was on that show.
yeah,
Everybody else was just getting that $75,000 a week from Bravo
right.
to or
Now
whatever their
I
their
will say
contract was.
Cynthia also because she
Oh
has
yeah,
family
yeah,
industry. But I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
Candy wasn't on there this season, which I didn't
No,
like.
Candy can
But
well
I know
Candy is booked and
yeah,
busy.
I
Candy
knew,
is
yeah,
booked and
I get
busy.
it. But and then she just was more of a voice of reason. But I
Yes.
mean, they didn't have. I mean, even Sheree, even though as cruddy as she
Is she
was,
back on there?
no, that's what I'm
Oh.
saying. Like
Oh, okay.
I rather than have brought back. I rather than have brought back Nene than to some of these other folks that they had. These other folks were trash. I swear they were trash.
Well,
This
I watched
season was trash.
I watched one clip. I watched one clip, and like I said, I'm like they looking in the cameras too much. They're hyper aware of cameras and camera placement, which is what I like about Love Island and even Big Brother to an extent because cameras are there, but they're not the cameramen, the camera people there in your face. The cameras are all over. I mean, they're in the plants. They're near your water bottles. Cameras are everywhere. And then they wear the little necklace microphone or
Hmm.
the packs that they have to wear. So
Hmm.
they're hyper aware of it. But when we look at again across digital media and we look at these, I look at black women from all of the reality shows, even the marriage shows, even the ones that are in medicine. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Married to
All of
Medicine.
them tend to
Yeah,
have a
yeah,
messy,
yeah. Married to Medicine really
they
kind
have a
of.
messy aspect. And you're
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
surprised me when I looked at medicine because I'm
yeah.
like,
Because you
you
have
guys spent
professional
half
doctors on
half
there.
your life in right. So I'm like, you guys spent half of your life in school to get this profession, to get this discipline, to get this
Mhm.
expertise.
Right.
And then you allow yourselves to go on TV. And even if it's not you specifically, your spouses are
Yeah.
now connected to you. So they're putting dirt on your name. And I
Right.
think the only one to me that isn't messy is Dr. Jackie.
Yes. Yeah. No. Of course.
Dr.
She
Jackie,
not.
she,
She
she,
not.
she,
But her
she
husband got a little
poised,
messy couple of
uh,
seasons ago.
her husband did get messy and she
He
put him
did.
in check. You see, he's not messy now.
No, he's not. He's not. And that's why I said,
He's not messy now.
no,
But
he's not. But the rest of them, it's like, okay,
so,
you are doctors. Why are you on here?
or your
Just
doctor's wives,
acting.
why are you fighting?
Yes,
I
that's my
don't I
thing.
don't get why you
I don't get the
fighting.
fighting. I don't get the fighting. Hey, listen, if you want to be shady, you want to be um sarcastic or whatever, okay, fine. That's whatever. But when you are on there and you are fighting somebody, like I'm like that I mean, how old are you?
I don't want to go to you. I don't want you to be my dentist, my GYN, my pain specialist, because I saw what you did on TV.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised they haven't lost clients.
Mhm.
But some clients like the client. Oh, my doctor, my GYN is Dr. Jackie,
Oh
or
well, I mean, hey,
my
and
dentist
it's
is Dr.
Atlanta.
Heavenly,
And
and
it's
it's
Atlanta.
Atlanta, and it's a clout chasing community,
Exactly.
in my opinion. But I'm
Yeah.
not a fan of the South. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not a fan of red states in general. I'm not a fan of the politics, and I blame the people that live in these states not being engaged enough in the politics. I'm off my soapbox now,
Mhm.
but again, when I thought about this, I thought about these two young black ladies who have to carry this burden. The flip side of that is, and you're in media and and you edit all of our stuff when we film and all of this stuff. So you know when people can get a bad edit.
Mhm.
And with this most recent season, I think they deliberately gave them this one couple a bad edit. I think they deliberately didn't show things that should have been seen to have you understand why this young lady was acting and moving the way she was moving.
Mhm.
So from the outside looking in from the peanut gallery, she looked crazy. So when she finally couldn't take anymore, that was all they needed to
Right.
say that, to pigeonhole her into these negative stereotypes. And it all boiled down to the fact that you had this very handsome, very charming young white man
Mhm.
be intentional about this young black girl day one. It reminded me of Harry and Meghan. Like, they only mad at Meghan because black women ain't supposed to marry a prince.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
The whole
Because
point she was
Megan looked
black.
white for a very
Right.
long time. Y'all didn't know Megan was black until Mama came out. We knew.
Oh,
Y'all
of
didn't.
course. I was going to
We
say,
could
yeah.
see it.
We could see.
I saw it
Yeah.
when she was on Suits. I was like,
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
she.
she got some
And
black in
then,
her. She got some black in her. You can always
and then
tell.
they put Wendell Pierce on as her dad, and I was like, I was right. But
Mhm.
in real life, her mom is black, and
Yeah.
everything, she was the belle of the ball until they started spinning the narrative
Mhm.
about her being mean. It is a perception that
And
white America is
I
very,
think that was mostly her
that,
sister-in-law. Her
well,
jealous
her sister, and
sister-in-law.
her brother-in-law, and sister-in-law,
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
you're not supposed to outshine the monarch.
Right.
You're not. I mean, even if you looked at the crown, you seen how Elizabeth put her Margaret in check, because Margaret could be open and vivacious and all of this other stuff. you know
Mm.
but again, that fed into, even to this day, if I pull up Twitter, Harry and Megan or Harry or Lilibet or their son at some point are trending every day, and it's negative. That has to really mess with your mental.
Yeah, of course. Of
It really
course.
has to mess with your mental. So my concern for these young ladies was their mental health first and foremost, because
Right.
it was nasty. It was,
Yeah.
somebody took the young girl that the white boy liked, the Nicolandria Nation. His name is Nick, her name is Alandria. Took her face, put it on George Floyd's face, and the white girl that they all liked, that they said she was mean to, they put her face on the police officer's face
Are you serious?
and put that in social media.
What?
And it went viral throughout Twitter and TikTok and Snapchat and even in the Facebook groups. And it hurt me, but this young lady, you could see how poised she was. And her mother went online. Her mother said she's been dealing with this all her life,
Mm,
being teased, being, oh God, I'm sitting here getting ready to tear up because I remember how I was treated as a dark skinned person in
mhm.
school and being the only black in the class. I did a video on TikTok. TikTok muted it because I asked people, when did you know you were black? And I
Okay.
realized, I'll show it
See,
to you, but they
that's the
keep
thing that pisses me off.
they mute me, but then I scroll up and then you got this girl on her knees in front of this dude. So you know what I mean? But I got muted because they said it went violated community standards against race. Because I was asking black people, when did you know you were black? And I was 5 years old in kindergarten.
Because it was all against whatever Trump has in line right now.
Yes, yes, right.
Yeah,
Right. But no, this was done about a year ago. It was a year ago, and it's still muted. It's
that's
still
crazy.
muted on TikTok. But is to be black in America is something white people will never understand.
Of course not.
And
Yeah.
the what I didn't understand is that black women, we're competitive to a certain extent.
Oh
But when
yeah,
it comes
we do it. We do it to each other. I
but when it
mean,
comes to for men, I don't think we do that too much.
well,
Not
I
We're
mean,
not as competitive as white women are when it comes because I think white women believe that they are the prototype of beauty. So then in walk these two beautiful, beautiful black girls, and then they brought in a third. So again, in walk these beautiful black women, and immediately they're intimidated because unlike other seasons, everybody wanted them. The white boys, the black boys, the Asian boys, the Hispanic boys. Everybody was looking at how beautiful these women are. And it intimidated the white women to the point where they started lying to the girls, telling the girls to throw them off the set. Oh, he likes me. He's this, he's that. Long story short, that white boy came on that show day one and wanted that black girl, and he got her. And it was a split decision in America where I could see where the more progressive states were like, yes, this is what we want. But the less progressive states, the red states, didn't like it. Didn't like it at all. Because this good looking man needs to be with a blonde, blue eyed woman or even a brown haired woman, but not a black woman.
mhm. But
Not a black
you
woman.
saying that more and more in commercials now, where you're
Which it
seeing,
upsets them still. They
yeah,
got their Cheerios commercial pulled because it was a white father, a black mother, and this biracial, as they said,
mm,
this ambiguous family that they don't like to see.
right. I think the only time I see black people really tend to band together is when you have instances like this where
Hmm.
white people are coming for us.
Hmm.
But I think if we as a people would unite a little bit better than what we do, because I think we even come against each other.
Yes.
Because even though with my complexion, I got more, um I wouldn't say so much bullied, but I got more from my own people.
Yeah, because again, we've been indoctrinated to believe light skinned people think they're cute, dark skinned people aren't.
Mm,
So I remember, plenty of times being approached by men saying that I'm beautiful for a dark skinned woman, as if dark skinned women can't be beautiful.
mm-hmm.
But when you look at the statistics, 78% of images of black women in the media reinforce the harmful stereotypes. My nose is too big, my lips are too wide, big, my butt is too big. When these are natural features that we have that are beautiful, that women are paying thousands of dollars for thousands of dollars for. The online harassment that goes to what I was saying about these young ladies, 84% more likely than white women to experience targeted abuse on social media platforms, including harassment based on race and gender. Again, this is what we see. And how we can change that, like you said, one is to band together. But we gotta support and invest in black owned media. Women Talk Live, the PB Media. You got to,
you know what
you got to
yeah,
support and invest in us.
yeah, I also realized that I think we could change the narrative overseas. And the only reason why I say that is because even visiting India, where you saw no black people, the whole time I was there, I didn't see
They
any black
black as
people
we are.
until the last day when I saw 2 black Africans. And when they see us, especially us, we were all as a group, different complexion, different hair tone, everything.
Mhm.
They were fascinated by us. Some just stood there, and you would thought that we were celebrities on TV. They wanted to take pictures with us. They wanted to
What?
touch our hair. I mean, one guy asked me, because sometimes in humidity or whatever, I wear my hair
Right.
naturally curly.
Mhm.
And he said he went to touch it. I was like, "Whoa, what you doing?" He was just like, he said, "That's your hair." I was like, "Yeah, that's my hair." I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I know we buy hair from y'all,
Yeah.
but this ain't y'all, this me." So,
Right.
but I mean, you could tell they never saw a group of black people or even one black person. And even when we went to this one little small church and it was one of their little neighborhoods.
Mhm.
And when I tell you, you have certain parts of India that, oh my God. I mean, the smell is horrendous.
Oof.
It looks like, I don't know, like
Like a third world country.
yes, it is. But if you go to places like New Delhi or something like that, oh, you have these big, beautiful mansions, your streets are clean and everything. But, when you go in these neighborhoods, you can walk down the street and see a huge cow just sitting on the side of the street.
I mean, they really have a caste system
Yeah,
over
but
there.
they're the
You're either
same
rich or you're
way.
poor.
But
Right.
they're the same way, which is crazy because the dark skinned Indians get treated differently than the light
Mhm.
skinned ones. So it's the same type of concept over there. But when they
Mhm.
see us, like when they saw us, like we're in the airport and me and the other lady, she had locks in her hair. They were so fascinated by her locks. And they wanted, like, they were like wanting pictures with us, like stopped us in the airport to take pictures because and then you see these white people from like over, in from
Europe.
England or yeah, certain parts of Europe, and they're sitting there and they're looking like, who are they? Who are they? Just kind of just look like,
Trying to
who are
figure
they? Who
y'all
are
out.
they? Because they weren't doing that to them. So I said, but for us, we went over there and we kind of gave back, we served back. So they looked at us differently because the propaganda that is taught to them about black people is
Mhm.
that we kill, we rob you, we're people that you should stay away from, people you should be scared of. But when they saw that we were, no, we were actually approachable, we
Mhm.
actually spoke well. We actually carried ourselves. So at that point, it was kind of like, oh my gosh, they like looking like, because we don't go over into these places and experience these things to change the narrative. Because
But
it's
isn't
not
that?
just here, globally, they think certain
But I'm
things about black people.
think about that. That the stereotype of us is viral and global.
Mm-hmm.
The negative stereotypes is viral and global. And you're right. That needs to change because I had a friend that went to Italy and said and I want to go to Italy, but she said she went to this little boutique and she went with a girlfriend of hers who's white, right? And they were shopping and they go into a place and the woman was mean to her until she spoke American. So the Africans in Europe are treated very
Oh
poorly,
yeah.
but Black Americans are not. But until you open up your mouth to let them know you're American,
Mhm.
that's when their treatment shifts. So the Africans are being treated
Oh
in a
yeah.
negative as
Oh
well.
yeah.
But then Africans don't like us over here. It is a whole
Yeah.
mess
But it's
on
over
everything
here.
that's going
Over
on.
there is not like here
Right. Over
at
here.
all. Yeah,
But
over
I've
here.
heard over there is different. But
Yeah,
it's gonna
definitely.
take it's gonna take education. It's gonna take us educating people just across all commercial platforms. Is going to take us creating authentic narratives, with digital content. And I think
Mhm.
we do that. We are, look, this young lady said that she wore a lip combo on this show and it sold out in an hour.
Mm.
She had white boys making TikTok videos saying, if he don't want you, we do, come on over here. So they're and the other thing is with this couple is that they didn't win. They didn't win the $100,000,
Mhm.
and their success is surpassing the winners and everybody else on the show. So now they're dealing with negative tropes
Right.
from the people that they thought they were their friends.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a lot for them
Yeah.
to unpack. It's really going to be a lot for them to unpack. But as African American women, I mean, we're I don't want to say we're not a monolith, but we are beautiful. We are
Mhm.
amazing women, and we will always stick
Yeah.
up for the
Right.
wrongs that we see. I
Right.
mean,
Exactly. And we
we will
set the
speak
narrative.
out.
We set the
We set the
narratives.
narrative.
Yep.
Yep, we set the narrative.
All
Whew,
right, man. This time gone by fast. All right.
it sure did.
So so last week's poll, we said that what is the biggest myth you have had about women's health? The biggest myth is heart disease is primarily a man's issue.
Wow.
So yeah,
We
that's
die more from heart disease, though, don't
we
we?
die more, but I think we tend to think that it's more I mean, a male issue. So for this week's poll, we have: do you think Black women are portrayed negatively in media? So
Yeah.
yeah, simply yes and no. So you'll
That'll be
find out
interesting.
that poll next week. All right, so man, you got to end up the
30 minutes
show.
goes quick.
It does. It really
It
does.
goes
It really,
quickly.
really does.
It does.
So for my final thought of the day, and this is from one of my favorite comedians, Cat Williams.
Oh, he is my favorite.
Yeah, he is. You don't know the struggle if you never had to hold your charger a certain way just for it to work.
The struggle is
Struggles.
real. Struggle is real. Struggle is real. It's real.
Oh
Oh
man.
my God.
All right, y'all. This is Women's Talk Live Overnights with your girl April J.
I'm your girl, SassyScribe.
And for KL, we see y'all next
See you
time,
in a
y'all.
week.
Women talk live.